and welcome back to my Let's Challenge of BioShock. In the last episode, we killed two more of Sander Cohen's past acquaintances, and now we are down to the final before we can finish off his quad tick and finally be allowed to leave. Now, if you're wondering if you're thinking things look slightly different, that is probably true. Unfortunately, I forgot to save at the end of the last episode, and because BioShock only auto-saves at the end, at the start of every new area that you go to, this meant I lost a fair bit of, a fair amount of progress, and that was kind of frustrating. I've had to essentially, redo quite a bit of that. But now we're back to here. We are back to, so there might be a few things missing. I might not be quite the same research as I was on various things as last time, but we probably didn't. You probably didn't know exactly where that was, like, precisely, but I don't remember anything being too different, but I can't be sure. I had a boss. He's not around, unfortunately. So what we'll just do is we'll just whistle away this Big Daddy. We have one more, I believe, Big Daddy in this area. So we'll whistle him away. Jesus. So there you see what happens if you fire off too fast, if you're too eager to shoot the guy down. If you're too eager, then what happens is, he gets a chance to sort of essentially get a big hit in on you. Doing so really damages you. I think I didn't actually spend the add-on I got at the end of the last episode, which is why we actually have 160 instead of the usual, I think I should be on 0, to be honest. So what we'll do though in the meantime, you can see I'm a little low on sort of standard ammo, which is kind of frustrating. So I think we'll use this for a little while. So this is an area that we haven't been to yet. This is Cohen's collection. It's located on the top floor just next to the entrance to Fleet Hall. Don't know how I just accidentally missed it last time. It's pretty minor area, as you would expect for these small things. Again, you've got more sort of people, but the important thing is that there is a diary, and I think there are also some safes for us to hack. And obviously, along with that, there might be like different. That was a terrible, terrible safe. I do not advise you hack that safe. Because we are low on health at the moment. So yeah, you notice there that I couldn't actually take a photo of that turret, and that's because we actually have maxed out our research on turrets. I can't remember if we'd managed to do that by the end of last episode. We were very, very close regardless, because the yeah, we would have been very, very close because there was that point with the two turrets at the top of around Jasmine Jolene's area and stuff like that, and that was definitely sort of visible there. So armor-piercing pistol rounds, dollars, and a first aid kit, and here we'll just buy this one out because it's really cheap. Some film and an E5. So ultimately nothing really much of value there. But, there's certainly, aside from obviously the the all-important audio diary. Okay, so now what we should do, we should definitely get, we need to buy some health, we've made some mistakes. It's not been the cleanest start, let's say, to this episode, with what's sort of happened so far, but eh. Not like we need both. So yeah, so I don't think I bought the combat tonic slot, which we can now get, and we'll use static discharge too. We also have another 80. So a variety of sort of small things here that may well be valuable to us. Again, I think we'll keep it just until, I think we'll keep this 80 until we've actually bought all the sort of the various slots and stuff like that, because that is what we need for the trophies, to have all the slots unlocked and stuff like that. So if we can do that, then we'll be in a pretty fine position. So anyway, we should definitely buy some of those. We'll buy some of that. I know we can make them, but we'll buy some of that, and yeah, I think that should work. We'll keep with the steel tip bolt, because the crossbow is just ridiculously overpowered in this game. It does so much damage, and acts as like a sniper, but you can fire at a close range as well, so it's just probably the best weapon in the game. Okay, so we've done pretty much everything in here. We've done a surprise, so yeah, there may well be things that I haven't hacked or stuff like that. That might be the case. Oh, so you can notice that these guys don't actually make any sound as they move around. I think I mentioned that at the end of the last episode. Sort of the white, spider splicers that have been sort of, you know, that were turned from mannequins. Okay, so we can just continue to get some bouncer research. I think we're at stage 3 at the moment, which might be higher, might not be than where we were, but eh. We've done everything down this end, so Jasmine Jolene and stuff like that, so I think the only thing left for us to do is actually confront our last, the last one of Cohen's sort of accomplices. So yeah, if you see the map here as we zoom out. So yeah, there's an area up there which we can only get to once we actually finish this area, and then there's this one over here by the which I think I'm pretty sure is through this way. Some cash. Oh yeah, and that's triggered for me. Wonderful. So is that, where is that? That is on my floor. If we go straight across. And go into there, I think. Oh no, that's somewhere we haven't been yet, so looks like it's over this side, maybe? Oh yeah, it's in Jasmine Jolene's area, I think. So let's... Yeah, clear the alarm. Jesus. Why are you shooting me? You shouldn't have been shooting me. I'm sure I hacked them. Okay, cool. There you are. Thank you for the help. First aid kit, at least. And we'll just be careful moving around this Big Daddy, because we do have the electric flesh thingy on, and so if we make contact with anything, we will light it up. So, in that case, if we haven't actually, I'm sure, did we not do this? Oh no, we haven't done this casino. We've done the surprise, but we haven't done this particular casino, which is slightly different. Trapped between like oh, they think I've broken something again. That's annoying. Get out of here. These things are proving annoying. That sort of is the thing around this, you know, this entire area, is that you sort of have, you know, all of the shop windows and stuff like that. They're all protected by these alarms. So if you just, you know, make a slightly wider, you know, attack motion or something like that, then you can actually, you know, just trigger them. Which is a little frustrating because I don't think we actually broke anything. Oh, we did. We just broke the one thing that has nothing in it. Okay, so safe. Check out what's in here. We will auto hack because why the hell not? And another first aid kit. Lovely. I think, pretty sure there is a camera up here that we need to be aware of. Yeah, there is. Buy that one out, lovely. We got a gene bank. I don't think there's anything of too much value. First, no, there's a an all-important audio diary.
I just got the word to put the bomb on helicopter. This isn't some gangster or hot-nosed political operative. We're talking about a dizzy twist with what a solid that got under Ryan's wing.
Okay, and now if we just... Lovely. Oh, it's because I was using the wrong ones. Anyway, okay, so now that we've done all that, let us head round to where we will find Silas Cobb, which will be in Rapture Records, located just here. We know this because obviously we actually, I think like the second audio diary that we actually found in this area was from Cobb.
Cohen's not a musician. He's Ryan's stable boy. Ryan's corrupt policies crap all over the place, and Cohen flutters around clearing it up. But instead of using a shovel like you would with a problem mule, Cohen tidies with a catchy melody and a clever turn of phrase. But no matter how nicely it sounds, he can't really do anything about the smell.
So if you drop down here, what we'll find is this was Cobb's plan all along. There's a bomb there. Things will explode. I think it'll be up there. Okay. And so the kittens he's talking about, I think, are the spider slices that he's going to send our way. Yes. Flaming spider slices, it seems. Just forget to just be consistently checking the ceiling when it comes to this. There we go. And obviously now we've got to find our way back up. The way you do that is you crawl through here. Which allows us to come up the top. And then this guy's a nitro splicer. I can't remember if I actually managed to get the nitro splicer research. If we get it really quick, we probably did. Well, looks like we can't actually do it, unfortunately. So we'll just roast this guy. Seems to be rather effective. There we go, lovely.
He was a nasty one. And my... But I think I like him better this way. Take his damn photo. Chop, chop.
Okay, so there we go. Silas Cobb has some rather excellent ammo. Yeah, get the empty over, lovely. So yeah, heat-seeking RPG. Okay, so I think that is everything. I'm hoping that is everything, at least. So, what that means is now we can rush back to Cohen's triptych and finish up with Fort Frolic. So, we zip through. We'll just grab the health. I don't think there's anything to worry about here. And what we can do is interact. There we go, Cohen's masterpiece. And there we go, we get a trophy for completing his masterpiece as well. So we see Cohen come down.
You'll find your path to Ryan is now clear. Oh, yes, you may avail yourself upon one of my lesser works as a token of our if you had become my one and true disciple, you might have been worthy of seeing inside the box of my most private news.
So there we go. That now unlocks that, which allows us to get Medical Expert 2, which means our health kits, you know, heal us up by even more, which is really, really useful. Now, obviously, Cohen, we can attack him. We don't need to. We certainly won't. The reason we won't is because it's actually very useful to keep him around, because Cohen is actually going to be useful for us later on. Like, if you want to get that chest, you can do that right now if you kill Cohen, and doing so will allow you to essentially, as we can get electric flash, so we get less damage from electricity and more damage when we use electrical attacks. So there's one for each element, I think. I think there's a fire one as well. As you can see, we've got some fire stuff. And there's also the director's commentary for this area. So we won't watch it, but I'm just showing you that it's there. So there we get Andrew Ryan's Requiem from the little room where Cohen was obviously watching everyone from. And we take you. Splicer down. Finally, the alarm is silenced. So yeah, so you do that. But yeah, the other reason why we want to keep Cohen alive is because he'll appear, or there is an area later on which we can, which only appears if Cohen is still alive. And don't worry, you get the chance to kill him later on if you so desire. So there's no real reason not to hold back. It's just if you don't want to bother spending the money, as it were, on essentially. Well, no, the time, I should say. It's not even money. If you don't want to spend the time taking the bathysphere back here to Fort Frolic, but it's really short, so I don't know why anyone wouldn't care to do it. So anyway, the way is now free for us to move forwards. Atlas is finally sort of like relieved that we can actually continue on our way, and that we're actually in contact with him again, as opposed to being in the radio blockout. Cohen has released us, and now we can make our way to the next area. And the next area is Hephaestus. Hephaestus is the area where we'll meet Andrew Ryan, and is pretty. So we just, I think Fort Frolic is like pretty much the midpoint in the game. We've just had sort of the three big areas beforehand of Medical Pavilion, Neptune's Bounty, and Arcadia, and now we've got three main areas afterwards, being after Hephaestus, which would be Olympus Heights. So, sorry, three main areas after Fort Frolic, which are Hephaestus, Olympus Heights, and Point Prometheus. So I just got through. Again, we're doing amazingly well. I think we've got pretty much everything that we need. So here we are, Hephaestus, the sort of like the engine room of Rapture, as it were. And I will see you on the next episode, where we begin trying to find our way to Andrew Ryan.